Now I'll introduce the agenda to you guys, and we should discuss and vote to validate every person's thoughts and ideas. And we'll introduce a summary of the story in our agenda. And also, we will read 2 to 5 chapters for a week, and each member should bring their books to attend the meeting. Then we use messages to communicate with each other. And the host of this meeting is rotated, and I'm in charge of the weekly meeting log. And Frederick is in charge of the recording, editing, and uploading. And now I'll introduce the chapter 1 to 2 stories to you guys. And by 1992, humans had already occupied the moon, and superpowers were also quite common. The protagonist, George Ship, is heavily indebted technician who works for the Ronciter United Company, a prudence organization that hires anti-superpowers, people with the power to render ineffective, telepathic, and prophetic, in order to protect the privacy of customers. And the company was founded by Glenn Ronciter and assisted by his late wife, Ellen. Ellen is in a state of mid-gentle body, which is a human hibernation technique that allowed the deceased to have limited consciousness and communication abilities. When consulting Ella, Ronciter discovered that her consciousness had been invaded by another memory. And the background of this story is that in this novel, most characters were arranged to be in a semi-dead state. That is a form of sensation at low temperatures, which limits the ability to see consciousness and information exchange and gradually fades away over time. A mysterious substance called Ubik begins to form when Joel's body begins to collapse, which is the only thing that can help him restore his body and the surrounding reality. Now let's invite Tommy to host the whole meeting.
So now I will host this meeting and ask my group members to answer some questions. The questions we choose is the number 4, 7, and 10. And first, I will invite Richard to answer the questions first.
And now I'll answer the question 4. And in my opinion, my favorite sentence from the assigned reading is in page 11. It said that it's so weird. I think I've been dreaming all this time since you last talked to me. Is it really 2 years? Do you know, Galen? What I think? I think that other people who are around me, we seem to progressively growing together. A lot of my dreams aren't about me at all. Sometimes I'm a man and sometimes a little boy. Sometimes I'm an old fat woman with varicose wings. And I'm in places I've never seen, doing things that make no sense. I think this sentence is my favorite sentence because this sentence reflected the real opinions of Ella, and also this sentence reflected that Ella is in a semi-dead state, and that's all of my answer.
Okay, so the next question will be given to Friedrich.
什么？哦，which question? Wait, wait, wait.
So the next one, I will ask Frederick to answer the question.
My favorite sentence is in page 10. 这个 burial is barbaric. This sentence introduces the setting of the story, which is in this time period, people do not use the burial anymore. They don't bury people into the grave. They store people's 这个叫什么digital soul in the um special content. Next.
Okay. Thank you for the answer of Frederick. Now I will ask Jason. So, what's your point of view of this question?
Uh, my favorite sentence is on the chapter 2, the ninth page, the first sentence. On pride in her transparent casket encased in an illumination of icy mist, Ella Ronciter lay with her eyes shut, her hands lifted permanently towards her impressive face. I think this I think that's a very optimistic statement. So this is my favorite sentence. Okay, the
Okay.
next.
Thank you for your answer. And next, uh, uh, Linda, what's your answer for this question?
My favorite sentence in this book is in chapter 2 and page 20. The rancer popped the plug from his ear, hurriedly set down the earphone and the rest of the gadgetry. He left the stale, dust-saturated office and roamed about among the chilling casks. And this sentence use many adjectives to make this sentence very vivid, and it's introduced the setting of this story. Also, the sentence use some alliteration like popped and the plunk, and also the assonance like sitting and left in this sentence to make it this sentence well. And that's my answer.
Okay, so now I will answer this question. My favorite sentence of these two paragraphs is in page 21. Who cares about the money? Needs the money. I think this money have a lot of background information can provide to us. First, in at that time, the peoples have a lot of money and they cannot spend it because there's not a lot of value about the money, and the use of money can be more useful, like to use for the dead people, and people don't really care about it because of it, and also this can provide that the protagonist is a very rich person, and this and he can use this money uh, as a tool to connect with his own relationship. Okay, so that's my answer for this question. So now I will ask the next questions to my group members. So完了，问题就是好，okay, so I will ask the question number 7. Search for an SAT level vocabulary word from the assigned readings to share with the group and discuss what the words mean in context with your group. So first I will invite Richard to answer the question.
The first word I find is influent. That means very smelly. And the second word I found is
对呀，哎，
So now we will go to the next question. The seventh question. Search for an SAT level vocabulary word from the assigned reading to share with the group. Discuss what the words mean in context with your group. And first, I will invite Richard to answer the question.
I found an word and that is permanently, and it means literally is that for a long time without essential change. And I also have an example sentence to help your guys to know this. Individual users can also permanently delete the control. And in this word is in the chapter 2, and it's in the first paragraph. In this paragraph, the word means that Alan Sitter can only control part of her body, and that also reflected that Alan Sitter is in a state of semi-dead, and that's all of my answer.
Okay, thank you. The next one, I will ask Frederick to answer the question.
OK 啊，他妈说啥烦？I find the SAT word from the same sentence I shared previously. That is barbaric. This word means it is very rude. It perfectly introduced that people do not use burial anymore. They now bury people into the digital content. That's all.
Thank you for your answer. Next, I will ask Jason to answer the questions.
I found the word casket. I found it in my favorite sentence, the chapter 2, the first sentence. This word means the casket means a small decorate box for holding jewelry or other valuable things, especially in the past. This word services as a hint in the article, and the rest of the story will develop around this word. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for your answering. And next, I will ask Linda to answer this question.
Okay. The word I choose is in page 21. It's mentalities. And in this word in this chapter is that the half-lifers have a habitual or characteristic mental attitude that it determines how you will interpret and respond to the situations. And okay, that's my answers for this question.
Thank you for your answering. And at last, I will answer these questions. So my favorite vocabulary in these two paragraphs is stilted. It belongs to the chapter 2, and uh, and the protagonist said in a stilted voice, "If this condition persists, your money will be returned to you." Um, in this word means very unnatural and hardly to say this word. Um, in the context, the word was indicate the protagonist was not very happy to spend this money to, and he did not want to give this money, and that's the reason why he used this voice to answer the questions that other people give him. And that's all my answer. And now I will go to the last questions. So the last question is number 10. Make a prediction of what you think will happen next in the text. Share your prediction with your group and use textual evidence to support your respondents.
Give me a short period of time to think about this question. Personally speaking, I think that Ella will be protected and helped by somebody else because she was invaded by the trip, and she needed to be helped uh, get to get out from this situation. And also, uh, maybe the Ronsitters company will hire some people to protect their company because uh, in the chapter 1 to 2, many people with superpowers invaded the company, and they should hire some anti superpowers to protect this company. And that's all of my answer.
So next, I will let Frederick to answer the questions.
Mm. Mm. I think this story will do something very important in the 之后的 story because 这个 Jory
那个thank you for your answering. And now I will invite Jason to answer. What was your prediction of next chapter?
I think the Ella will die because according to the passage, we know when consulting Ella, Consider discovered that her consciousness had been invaded by another midriff named Jory Miller. So I think Ella will die. Okay.
Thank you for your answering of this question. And next I will let Linda to answer this question.
I think next Ella may be still alive because Ella is the people that is very important for this company, and that's people like researchers will need Ella to help them to protect their company. And also, though Jory destroy Ella's life, but the rancher is asking the people for help to help Ella to still be alive. So I think Ella will alive in the next chapter. Okay.
Thank you for Linda's answer of these questions. And at last, I will answer these questions. I have the similar opinion with Jason's. I think Ella will finally disappear from this station. Because I think the protagonist will come to the station for many times and ask Ella a lot of questions he cannot solve, like the person he need to catch. So I think the story will end with BE and Ella will finally dead, and the protagonist may not have a positive mood, so he will be black black 化 and finally the story will end with a bad ending. And thank you. And that's all the 3 questions we have for this meeting. and thank you.
我操，为民。
Do we have any goals for the next discussion?
That's my job. We will read the next 5 chapters for the next week. For the next 3 weeks, each week we will read 5 chapters, and we will discuss next 5 chapters on the same time next week.
Okay, and that's all of our meeting.